think this is a fabulous time in the global economy. China continues and will continue to play a very important role in shaping the global economy, shaping the future of how people-to-people interactions will happen, how business to people will happen, because what we are going to see is an incredible surge in Chinese companies going global, going international. So when that happens, it is very important for us to ensure that the Chinese companies are well prepared for this big future. We know the impact of AI. That is not going to slow down. In fact, if anything, it's only going to accelerate over the years. Having said that, it also has opened up incredible opportunities for Chinese companies, Chinese technology companies, help Chinese innovation to accelerate, which was not possible in the future. So what that means for us is we have to prepare the Chinese companies to better participate both in the domestic markets as well as international markets. And to do that, we want to make sure that we are building a proper ecosystem for them. And that means we want to bring together academia, we want to bring together the industry participants, we want to bring the finance community, and we want to make sure that R&D labs and all of these institutions are very important part of this ecosystem, because each of these play a very important role in how Chinese companies can continue to serve the domestic demand as well as the international demand, because through that, collaborations, working with that ecosystem means better products, cheaper products, more variety, better technology, and that means Chinese companies can offer solutions cheaper, better, and faster. And according to my observation, working with companies all over the world, this is one trend will not change in the future. So all our services within Frost & Sullivan China will be serving this particular area of what the Chinese companies definitely need. And that means our solutions here in Frost & Sullivan, leveraged by AI, will be offering this to our clients, whether it is very detailed analysis, analytics, research, best practices, companies to action, anything related to innovation, are areas that we are going to be focusing a lot more. And we are hoping that we can continue to support our clients, support Chinese companies who I think have an incredible opportunity in the future. What is most important is to ensure that we have a very thriving ecosystem. I spoke about that a few minutes ago. And what ecosystem basically means, all the people that have either direct or indirect influence on a given market need to come together and collaborate. So one of the things that we are now doing is making sure that given the way things are changing, and as I said, 3 things won't change, but many other things will change. It's very difficult for one company to achieve their full potential. And so the way to do it is to work with the ecosystem. Some parties in the ecosystem can get you better products, faster solutions, more features, more functionality, and therefore better product development. And therefore you can serve your customers better. So what we are saying is, in developing the ecosystem, we should be able to deliver more value to the clients. And we have about 8 different ways in how we can nurture this ecosystem. It could be a potential partnership between 2 companies. Each company can buy from each other. Each company can license from one another. Either I license to one company or I take a license from some other company. Or it could also be a mergers and acquisition opportunity. So the important part is to understand how this ecosystem can work. And all the players that I mentioned to you, including the academia, R&D labs, financial institutions, legal enterprises, they can all come together and support each other in delivering a sustainable revenue growth, which is important in today's day and age. Because you can get a spike in your growth, but if it is not sustainable, it becomes very difficult. That's how we believe, by developing this ecosystem and developing these 8 methods of collaboration, which we call companies to action, I think we can create an incredible community that can serve and support each other for sustainable long-term growth, again for Chinese companies, including international companies, both domestically and globally as well. This best practices program is something we started about 20 years ago. And the reason we looked at that is because we found that there were many companies, right from startups to established companies to research and development labs. In other words, all the members of the ecosystem were doing something at levels never seen before. But the challenge was nobody was recognizing any of these companies. Nobody was bringing some of the best practices that they're working on to the global markets. And as a result, there was a lot of loss of creativity, innovation, including some even inventions, never happened very well. So that's how we started this program. And this program has taken a tremendous, increase in the impact to our customers. And what we are saying is, in order for companies to grow and experience sustainable growth, working and being recognized in a collaborative way is very important. In fact, many people talk about competition. I always say, competition is good because competition keeps you ahead of the curve. It forces you to make certain decisions that you would have otherwise not done. So as a consumer, I benefit when there's high competition. Like I said, I get a product which is cheaper, which is better, which has more features, more functionalities. I would never have been able to do it. Hence, this recognition through the program is very important. Now, what we are saying that in today's day and age, it's not just recognizing companies. It's also to look at, is that company doing something that is sustainable over a long period of time? Okay, that's a very important factor that we did not have in the past. Second is leverage of technology. How is that company leveraging technology and transforming their business? Again, to deliver more value to the customer. So it is more about, can companies deliver value? If they can deliver value, that means they can operate for a long period of time, right? So we're looking at that as a part of the best practices program. We're also looking at what are companies doing to transform the industry given such high demand for AI leverage. Number 4 is, how is infrastructure being built and leveraged by companies, especially in the AI world? Are they shying away from it, or are they leveraging this AI infrastructure? Whether it's cloud computing, whether it's data centers, whether it is chips and chip modules, whatever be the case, how are they leveraging? How are they leveraging the software part of it, which is basically the LLMs that are out there? So we're looking at all of these parameters now, unlike in the past, and this we think will push the current companies who are being recognized today, and many will be recognized today and tomorrow at our event. How can they push the boundaries of innovation in the future? And I think by recognizing them and showcasing their great work to the rest of the world, we're hoping many people will learn from that experience, take what they're doing, and push the boundaries to deliver better value to our customers. So this is a very comprehensive program. I believe, besides being unique, it is very special, and more importantly, it is something that no other company in the world does it. And I'm so delighted that Frost & Sullivan's Global Guild program is being headquartered, is being run by our team here in China. So Shanghai is not just only for China. Shanghai is a global platform that we have built. And so what that means basically is, through the end of this session, we will have a lot of insights, industry expertise, knowledge. So we're going to increase the body of knowledge, and this will become available to all our clients, current clients, and of course it'll also be available for our new clients who want to understand, where does the future lie? How can they maximize in this area of changes, etc., what that future might look like? So we'll be able to provide that. So that's the first major outcome that I expect out of this session. We'll also be following up many committees here, because we believe to grow on a successful basis, you need to look at a variety of different perspectives of growth, which includes business models, of course technology, you have to look at industry convergence, you have to look at customer analytics, etc. So you have to look at a lot of different perspectives. So we will form a lot of committees so that we can continue to enhance and build the knowledge base for all of this work. We're also looking to ensure that we will continue to build on the best practices recognition program. Today we recognize about 50 to 100 companies each year. I think that number will continue to grow and grow over the next several years as we run this program, because companies in China continue to excel in so many different areas. So we're going to see that happening as well. What we'll also see is, after this outcome, we're going to take all of this success that we will have here and share it with all our offices in all the different regions in which Frost & Sullivan operates. So in Americas, for example, in Europe, in Asia Pac, in India, in the Middle East, we have presence in almost 48 countries worldwide. We are present in all the major 5 continents of the world. We're expecting to take all of these learnings and apply it in those regions, because eventually we want to make sure that the Chinese companies, the work that they are doing is made available to all the companies in all the countries all over the world. At the same time, an opportunity for Chinese companies to grow their businesses in other geographies as well. So this is what we are hoping to achieve, and in the process, we think we will play a small role in enhancing the overall economic activity in China and creating a small dent in the global universe. So that's our ultimate objective, and we hope we can achieve it through this platform.